Just a little disclaimer before this begins. I just looked at the clip. It's like my shoulders up to my head, and I apologize for the bad spacing, but what I'm using to prop it up is a mini tripod and my water bottle. So at least the lighting's good, you know? Okay, enjoy. Hi guys, it's Naomi, and you should subscribe and become my homie. Okay, so honestly right now I'm kind of uncomfortable because I've never filmed in a public place before. And so I'm at this beautiful park in Santa Barbara, and I was like, you know what? There's not many people here. I'm not gonna be bothering anyone. I'm just gonna go for it. I also hope you can hear me okay. I'm wearing earbuds so that maybe the sound quality be a little bit better, but it is really windy where I am because we're close to the beach, so bear with me. So today I'm starting a new series about me achieving my goals of 2020. So I kind of kicked this off with my road to 5K, which is the whole reason I started this YouTube channel, was just to hold myself accountable while training. I am still working towards that goal, and I think posting it somewhere and even just having a couple people see that that's what I'm working towards has helped me to keep going and not give up. So I run 2 to 3 times a week, which isn't exactly what the plan says, but with traveling it is a lot more difficult to keep up, especially with what I'm doing right now, nannying. So to kick it off, I'm going to talk about I guess technically the second goal I'm working towards, but the first goal in this specific series. So my goal number 1 is to read more. And I wrote out questions that I'm going to answer for every single goal, and I'm going to make a specific video about it, and then I'm hoping to do more vlogs to track my progress and how I'm working. Another thing I want from this series is to be able to collab with my friends and even just people I know who are going through the same thing. I understand that I'm not a big YouTube channel or something, I literally don't even have 10 subscribers yet, but that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it so that I can get healthier and feel better and maybe inspire other people to do the same thing. Okay, so let's get started. And the first question I'm going to ask myself is, where will this goal get you? So I had to sit down and spend a good 5 minutes. I mean, that doesn't sound much time, but a good 5 minutes just writing out where this goal will get me, because it's important to ask yourself questions about your goal so you really know why you're doing it and you're not just yeah, I'm gonna achieve this. Okay, so where will this goal get me? I think it will get me to be more educated about things I'm passionate about. It'll get me to relaxing my mind and having control over doing that, and I honestly will just walk away with a deeper understanding of everything. So the second question is, what's the purpose of this goal and what are the benefits? So the purpose is that it's better for your brain to be reading something out of a book than to be reading it on your phone or your laptop, because blue light, honestly, even if you get the canceling glasses, it's not good for you. It literally releases something in your brain that has the same effects as I believe it's cocaine. I hope that's right. I wrote a paper on it a few years ago, and I'm really passionate about it. And so I think it's really important to find something else to learn from that isn't looking at a screen. And it will help me learn to find entertainment and satisfaction in simple things and not training my mind to be entertained by colorful videos and random dance TikToks. It's good to train your mind to appreciate important things and not to dislike something just because it's boring. My next question is the biggest one. Why this goal? Why did I choose this goal? So the reason I chose this goal is because I am actually going into literature and English teaching in college. So that's my goal, is to become a teacher in high school for English and literature. And it wouldn't really be setting a good example if I couldn't even pick up a difficult book and read through it and really appreciate what is inside and what the pages are saying. And that is the main reason. But on top of that, I want to be book smart and not social media smart. And if you don't really understand what I'm saying, I'm saying that like a lot of stuff on social media isn't true, and I end up having to research it anyways. And things I'm passionate about, I'm like, oh, I need to research that. But I don't like reading stuff off of my screen because it usually hurts my head. So I need to start researching through books. So my next question is, what do I want to read more of? So it's good to like give yourself a list of like, what are my priorities and like where I'm starting with what I'm reading. So books I want to read more of, stuff about politics. I think it's important to be really, really researched on what you're saying and what you're putting out in the world. I personally don't like talking about my political views unless it's with my family or really close friends, and even then I refrain, mostly because I don't want to say something that I'm not well researched in. I want to learn more about World War II, so my brother actually gave me some World War II books that I've been putting off reading because I'm lazy, so I want to read more about that. I just want to learn more about history because I took a history class in the fall and it really taught me to appreciate it. So that's something else I want to do, is read more about history. I love classic literature, so I finished Pride and Prejudice and I really did love it. It was such a good book, and I want to read more of that. Like I just love classic literature, so I want to make myself read more of that, even if it has a boring beginning, boring middle, and boring end, whatever. I want to just like train myself to appreciate classic literature. I love reading self-help books, and those are the ones that I honestly have no issue going through, but most of the time I'm like, oh, well, I could just, listen to a podcast about that, which isn't bad. I love podcasts. But I think it's important too to, like I said, find and appreciate a book and all the work someone put into writing it. And like, people really research to be able to get a book published. Like seriously, I'm gonna trust a book more than someone just talking on a podcast about what works for them. And going off of self-help, I want to learn more about health and fitness because, again, it's really important to be well researched in things that you're preaching or you're working towards, because if you're actually working towards something, you should know why and what the smart things are, and not just rely on other people's tips and tricks. It's important to do your own research and figure out what's best for you. But the next really important question is, how am I going to achieve this goal? How the heck am I going to achieve starting to read more? Crap, there's some really cute guys. Just give me a second. This is really awkward. I don't like that. Oh, there's a whole group of cool people. Crap. I'm gonna pretend I'm reading something. A really big group of cool kids. Sounds so stupid. I'm 18 years old and I'm still intimidated by people who are my age. I don't think you ever grow out of it, at least I haven't. Okay, anyways, the next really important question is, how am I going to achieve this goal? So it's important to break down your goals into steps, or else it's just too overwhelming. If I had said, oh yeah, my goal is to run a 5K, and I went out and I tried running 3 miles, I would have given up so fast. Like, you gotta break things down. Okay, so I'm starting off, and I'm going to start off with accountability. So me and my sister, before I was about to travel, we decided we were going to read more. And then, now that I'm traveling, it's a lot harder because we both don't really have the time. But when I get back, we're both gonna sit down and be like, all right, we're gonna read, I think, a book every 2 weeks, just to start off. Take it slow. It's really important to start off slow, which is actually my next step, is you need to start small and then build. Just like learning how to run or learning how to read, that's what I'm doing with my niece right now, is you have to start small so it's not too much. So we're gonna start with, even if it's a book every 3 weeks or a chapter a night or whatever it is, it's just important to get yourself going. And once you get going and you get in the hang of it, it's a lot easier to keep going. The next step is going to be making a lesson plan. So again, sitting down with your accountability partner, which again is my sister, and just like writing everything out, putting it on a piece of paper, a sticky note, whatever, putting it everywhere. I'll have it on my mirror, I'll have it on my wall, I'll have it next to my bed. Like, this is my goal, this is what I'm going to achieve. And I think that's really important. Again, like if it's a chapter a day, have it on your calendar. Be like, I need to read chapters 7 to 8, whatever. So having a lesson plan, and that is how I'm going to achieve my first goal of reading more. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you were inspired to want to break down your goals or even just start doing goals. Comment down below if you have a similar goal or if you have another goal you're working towards. Stay tuned for the rest of the series. Bye.